Welcome to another tech video. Today is catch-up day, so hence I haven't had a shave, and it's a chance for me to get caught up on paperwork and make this video. So forgive me for that, but today we're going to be talking about a high-end Dell XPS 13, which is it's an 11th gen Core i7 processor, and we're going to be having a look at it and talking about the specs today. I don't think we're going to be opening it up to have a look inside it to see what the upgrade options are, because an XPS 13 is pretty much, although you can open it up, we're not going to mess around with that today because it's for a client. So without further ado, let's have a look at the laptop. Okay, so without further ado, let's get stuck into the box. So you can see here, small little box. Let's have a look at the packaging that we're getting inside. Okay, so it's quite good. So it will lift the box up. Oh, we've got a box inside a box. Okay, so anything else in there? No, so that's just the packaging. And in here we get a rather nice packaging box. They've obviously listened to us and decided they're going to change their packaging on their high-end units. Okay, so looks very impressive so far. Let's get the box opened up, and then on the cover we've got the silver embossing XPS, and the device itself is wrapped in a protective plastic cover. Very, very slim line. Yes, we could take the bottom off, but we're not going to be looking at upgrade options in this because we don't need to, because I'm going to run through the specs on this shortly. But let's just put that over there for 1 sec and have a look a bit more at the packaging and the boxing. Really, really nice. So inside we've got, okay, so what have we got here? We've got a USB. We've got a USB Type-C to Type USB, so we've got a Type-C USB to standard USB converter. We've got our UK plug, and in here I presume we've got some documentation. We've got our usual documentation and warranty instructions. And then on this side we've got just a cover over our power adapter, and then this is quite impressive. So looking down here, this is made from 100% recycled plastics, 25% from ocean-bound sources. So yeah, at least they're doing their bit to start saving the planet. So recycled plastic and 25% from ocean-bound plastics, which is brilliant. So power adapter here is a 45 watt USB Type-C power adapter. So that's all you get in the box. Let's now put the cover back on here and move this away. Yeah, really like that packaging. You, if you're opening this up, you know you're getting a high-end device. Right, so this is what we effectively get in the kit. Now let's open this up and have a look at the device itself. So the plan today is we're going to talk through the model specifications, and you'll understand the reason why we're not going to be opening it up to look at any upgrade options. This is more of a quick first look review at the device itself. But we are going to get it powered up and see what we get with it. So the first thing we want to do is get it all connected up. Get that plugged in. Okay, so let's talk about the spec before we get started. So this is a Dell XPS 13 9310. The cost was £1,177.34, and it comes with an 11th gen Core i7 1185 G7 processor, which comes with, it's got a 12 meg onboard cache, and it bursts up to 4.8 gigahertz. So there's plenty of performance from this device. The model that we've gone for also comes with 16 gig of DDR4 memory, and it comes with a 1 terabyte M.2 PCIe NVMe solid state drive. Let's have a look at the connectivity itself. So there's not much connectivity on it, so you are going to be using external connectivity, hubs and things like that. So let's talk about what we actually get on here. Okay, so on the right hand side, as you look at the device, we've got two ports. So the first port, the round port, is the combined, well, it's a headset port basically, which means it's a combined headphone and microphone port. This port here is a USB Type-C connectivity. However, it is a Thunderbolt 4 port. And then on this side we've got another Thunderbolt 4 port, and we've got a micro SD, or a SD card reader basically. So this is a micro SD card reader. Okay, so let's see if we can get the device opened up. A bit difficult with these gloves on. And then a first look at the inside. Okay, so this is an absolute thing of beauty. So we've got a sort of rubber finish on the panel here, and or on the base of the device itself. It's a sort of rubber, almost like carbon fiber effect. Really nice. We've got our Intel Evo sticker, Core i7 sticker on there, and it's not quite straight, which is a little bit annoying. And then we've got our usual trackpad here with left and right mouse clicks, and obviously captive. And we'll show the this camera. Okay, so here it is. So let's have a look at the device itself in a bit more detail. So this is a standard UK QWERTY keyboard. Apparently it is backlit as well, so we can check that out. The display is a non-touch anti-reflective, so it's anti-glare screen. Really thin bezels all around the edge, as you can see here. And then the webcam is an HD 720p standard webcam. So let's get the device plugged in, bearing in mind that you lose a port when it's charging, so you need to bear that in mind. And if you want to connect your standard USB peripherals, then obviously you've got your USB, you've got your Type-C to, or your Thunderbolt Type-C to USB converter here that you can use, plug it into the other side. So let's talk about the screen itself. So the screen is a 13.4 Full HD Plus 1080p screen. It's Infinity, meaning it's called, the type of display is an Infinity Edge, and it's non-touch anti-glare, and standard offering is 500 nits. Okay, so let's now power on the unit itself. So the power button is on the top right hand corner here, that also doubles up as a fingerprint reader. The power adapter is a 45 watt Type-C power adapter. It comes with, then the battery inside the device is a 4-cell 52 watt hour integrated battery. Let's talk about the audio. So the audio on here, it comes with stereo speakers, 2.5 watts, and they are tuned with Waves Max Audio Pro. Onboard Wi-Fi, because obviously you don't have a RJ45 port. The onboard Wi-Fi is killer Wi-Fi 6, and that's the 8x1650 2x2, and it comes with Bluetooth 5.1. It comes with Windows 10 Pro. That's the version that we've gone for because it's a business grade machine, and really that's all there is in terms of the specifications on it. So what we're going to do is we are going to run through and get things set up, and we're going to have a look at the bloatware and what else ships with this device. Nice to see that the trackpad is still responsive even with the gloves on, because what I don't want to do is obviously get loads of fingerprints all over it. Okay, so once we've got it set up, we will come back and then we'll have a look at what you get on the system itself. Okay, so all we've done really at the moment is to power up the unit and get logged on, create a user account. So what I wanted to do was to now have a look and see what we're actually getting on the machine itself. So if we go to have a look at our properties, as you can see here, all the information is here for us already. All looks good. And before I close that down, what I should have done really was to have a look at the version of the OS that's installed. So if we just scroll down a bit. Okay, so 20H2 is the latest, so that is not a problem. So all we're going to do now is we're just going to have a look and see what updates we've got to put in. Okay, so there's a few updates to go in, as you can see here, but we're going to let those load, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go and have a look at, actually while that's running, let's just minimize that, we can go and have a look at our device manager. And then in the device manager itself, obviously you will see some things that aren't connecting properly. So I know about this one here. This is the gigabit RJ45 adapter that's inside this Advent device. It's never worked. I don't know why. I presume it just clashes with other network drivers that are installed, but I mainly use it for USB connectivity, the media connections and the HDMI out function, so nothing to worry about there. Okay, so CamLink 4K, saying it's 4K, however on the information that we got, it was saying that it was HD 720, so let's have a look at that, shall we? Yep, we're happy with that. Right, so yeah, 720p. Okay, yeah, it's good quality though. So that'll be good for your Microsoft Teams and Zoom meetings and staying in touch with family and friends, obviously. Close that down, you don't want to have a look at me. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we want to go and have a look at the apps that are installed to see how much bloatware you get. Now, because it's a professional grade machine, we shouldn't get too much bloatware apart from McAfee, which we will be removing, and we will also remove all the versions of Microsoft Office which are there, and that is it. So no bloatware really. You don't have to go through and remove all of these versions of Office 365. However, we're gonna go through and remove all the different languages and just get left with our ENUS version. You don't necessarily need to. And then obviously we're going to be removing the McAfee internet security, and the reason for that is because we install Bitdefender on the devices for our clients. So now we just wait for Windows Update to complete. And that's all there is to it, really. So let's turn the device round so you can have a look at that with this camera. I don't need to go through all the specifications again, and I've explained the reason why we're not going to be opening this up. We've gone for a specification that's got 16 gig of memory, and also we went for the option that had the 1 terabyte of M.2 SSD storage, so we don't need to be opening this up. The only time we will open it up is once it's out of warranty with Dell Direct. So you get a year's warranty with Dell, and obviously you can increase that if you want additional years. You can pay for the extra support on that. Okay, so now we've got the system fully updated. It's a wonderful little machine, really is great quality. So we're just finishing off doing the updates, and I wanted to tell you about the dimensions. So the height of the unit is 14.8 mil, so really thin. The width 295.7 millimeters, and the depth 198.7 millimeters. So it's a really thin and portable device, being a 13.4 inch screen. The weight of the unit, so this is the non-touchscreen model, so that is 1.2 kilos, which is really light, easily transportable, will be perfect for any business or flashy person that wants a really smart laptop. So if you found that video useful, give it a thumbs up. Leave us comments down below, and if you've got any other questions for stuff that we haven't covered, then just ask that down below and we'll get those responded to. What I would suggest is, if you want to purchase yourself one of these machines, then have a look at the upgrade options, or have a look at the options available to you on the Dell website in terms of what memory you go for, what graphics chip you go for. So the graphics chip in this one is the Intel Iris Xe graphics, powering that 1080 UHD plus device, or FHD plus screen, which is a really nice screen. So we've got one of these ourselves, but we've got the reflective screen because it's touch basically, so you get a shine on the screen itself. This is non-touch and it's a matte finish, so it's non-reflective, and as I mentioned before, it's 500 nits. Just want to say thanks for watching and your continued support, because it's amazing, we get loads of questions from you guys, so we're really pleased about that, and we'll see you in the next one.